Hey guys, good news, I fixed the sound problem in this set. To explain exactly what the problem was and what I did to fix it, I'm going to give you a little background info. The signal that comes into a vintage set like this is kind of like an FM radio, but the bandwidth is a lot wider. It's about 6 megahertz, and it actually has a peak for the video and a peak for the audio, separated by about 4.5 megahertz. Well, there's two basic ways a set can handle that. One way, called an intercarrier, like this old Motorola, is we start out here with the RF amp, and then it goes down the line with the mixer and so on. Both the audio and video signals go through all these stages of being filtered and amplified until finally get to the video detector, and here the audio is finally picked off, sent over to this audio output tube into the speaker. The other way to do it is a split sound chassis, which is what this bugger is. On this, signal comes into the antenna leads here, goes to the tuner with the RF amp, oscillator, mixer, and then it gets split off right here. One coil picks off the video and one picks off the sound, and then the sound has its own separate IF stages, and the video has its own IF stages. So they're independent, which explains why I've been able, like now, to get a great picture with no sound, and at other times I can get a sound with no picture. Now, I already aligned the audio stuff, and all this tests out great all the way up to this point. So what's left? Well, the stuff before that point, which is the tuner and the mixer. So I looked up, there are actually 4, I believe, trimmer capacitors and 1 tuning slug. I looked in the production run notes, and they did mention one thing you can do for low sound volume is to turn this coil clockwise, which will, the shaft will go in deeper. What that will do is it will increase the sound levels, but at some point the picture starts to degrade, so it's not the greatest solution, but it's something that you can do. But for me, it still just wasn't doing anything. Or very little anyways. Okay, I got a little bit of a buzzing going on now. So I looked at the other trimmers, and I noticed that this first one here is rotated fully clockwise. The shaft is completely bottomed out, and that is the first tuning coil in this chain. So I decided to, well, let's back it off a little and let's see what happens. And lo and behold, I hit a point where I got sound. Find that spot again now. While I'm recording, of course, I can't find it. I gotta go off even further. There we go. So the sound is a pretty narrow channel, so it's really a touchy control. It's a quarter turn one way or the other, and you get no sound. So once I found that sweet spot, I rotate that other control to get the maximum volume.
The future Empress and Regent of this,
and I've got sound, and I've got a decent picture.
Civilization.
So we can also do this. And I think a combination of both these controls can give you a pretty decent picture and sound. So, yeah. Got Farscape going on here. I'm using my blonder tongue modulator again, which is probably about 50 feet away. I'm using an actual pair of rabbit ears, and I'm broadcasting on channel 9, which I've determined in my area gives me the best transmission. It's really surprising if I use channels 8, 7, 6. The picture's not as good. I don't know if there's other things broadcasting on those frequencies, or just the nature of the walls it has to go through to get to this room. I don't know, but yeah, channel 9 works. It's good enough for me. I've also got this identical chassis, which has similar audio problems. I'm hoping I can use the same techniques to get the sound working on this guy too. If you recall, I've been working on two sets at the same time. One similar to this Bakelite cabinet, and the other one in this mahogany cabinet. I've broken this cabinet down, and I've been refinishing it. There was some bad water damage up top. The weather's finally warm enough in the Midwest that I can catch up on some painting and refinishing projects. Once that's done, I had a request to do the Helicrafters 7-inch set. So I've been collecting parts for that. I think it'll go pretty quick. And then I hope to help out Joe get his Admiral combo set working. That's all for now.